I'm your host with the most, Logan 23. You're joining me for Chapter 4. Adam Drake is literally standing in your doorway asking if you'll let him in. You're hesitant for obvious reasons. The apartment is clean, humble studio above a garage. He probably owns a $6 million mansion somewhere on the harbor. Balboa Island, maybe? With a boat? His master bathroom is likely bigger than your entire place. And he wants to come in. It's okay, Mia. I just want to talk. This is so night and day from the caveman I met the other day. Scary. You caught me at a bad time. I take it from your outfit you're about to go running. Stalker much? How did he know that? Sure, I'm wearing exercise clothes, but I could be going to the gym. You remember you mentioned being a runner on your blog? Maybe you saw it there? Just a minute. He slowly moves into your apartment, carefully, like a predator. Does this make me his prey? Go for the nads, I'm just saying. He glances around the room, and you can't feel but help embarrassed when he sees your old rattle-trap computer. And suddenly, her outfit changes, for no apparent goddamn reason. At least I'm still not using that CRT monitor from high school. Thank you, Heath. What are you doing here, Mr. Drake? I'd like to know why you've changed your mind. I changed my mind, kind of like I changed my outfit. I'm gonna be pointedly blank, because alphas need this. It's you, and you need to go back to your cave. You were rude and disrespectful. You give Caveman a bad name, Mr. Drake. But you enjoyed it. I saw how you reacted, Mia. You were flushed. Yes, out of embarrassment. For you, and everyone who's ever had to date you. Why would you think that's acceptable behavior? So this is because of our conversation last Thursday? Well, that's a big reason, but definitely not the only one. Don't I deserve to know why, then? Because of who you are, Adam Drake, CEO of Draco Multimedia, creator of Dragon Epoch, the one game that pretty much keeps me blogging career afloat. I wondered when that would come up. I was a bit surprised when you didn't mention it on Thursday. It didn't occur to me that Bowman didn't tell you until afterward. It wasn't my choice, believe me. Heath is my closest friend, and I knew he didn't mean any harm by it. He thought we had a common interest. But believe me, this is a huge conflict of interest for me. For a moment they're silent, when your traitorous stomach growls loudly enough for your neighbors to hear. Do you want to grab something to eat? I'm feeling pretty hungry myself. You reluctantly follow him to a sandwich shop down the street. At the counter, you place your orders. I'll have a sriracha tuna melt. Chicken po' boy. Oh my god, what? A roast turkey sandwich with avocado. I'm gonna go with sriracha tuna melt. Fun and spicy. A woman with hidden depths. You got all that from a sandwich, Sherlock. I might have, or I might have picked it up from the scintillating conversation. He pays the cashier, and you grab an outside tray. You sit down across from him, and your body vibrates, your heart's going crazy. What's up with this guy that sets me on the edge like this? I don't think you know this, but my blog is my livelihood. Giving up DE traffic would ruin me. I'm aware of your blog, Mia, and I have been for quite some time. Is that so? Why do you sound so surprised? You've got one of the best blogs in the industry. I appreciate the compliment, but Gamer Shop and Geek World have me beat on content and hits. I kind of have this problem myself. I kind of know this feeling. They link to you often enough, and quality always wins over quantity. Wow. It actually must be nice to live in this world. I'm still wrapping my head around the fact you even read blogs. I thought you'd be busy CEOing and designing and stuff. I'm a normal person, just like everyone else, and I like reading what other people have to say. I was an architect on Dragon Epoch once, and I'm still looking forward to ways to improve it. Lately, I've been racking my brain around the trouble we've had appealing to a certain demographic. I know the answer before I even have to ask the question. Chainmail, bikinis, and all. And the demographic is female, age 20 or 16 to 24. So this is research for you. No, but your blog is. It's comforting to know my aerobic wit is noticed by someone with an influence over the game. And if you notice that, maybe you'll let me help with the bikini chainmail problem you have. You'll consider representing other than body types. You'll take some of my suggestions seriously. Maybe someday you might take a comment or three of mine to heart. I believe you once said, I hope these girls in chainmail bikinis get a Brazilian recently because ouch. I don't think I skipped a waxing session since. So you're smooth all over, huh? Oh, goddamn it. You stepped into that one, girl. That's on you. Want to find out? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted. Didn't she just go from, ooh, I hate perverts to flirting? Okay. In any case, I think you have valuable insights. We need more female gamers like you speaking up. Great, so you understand why I have to stop this? No, because you're worried about nothing. If I'm reviewing and critiquing your game, and we're, this is not a conflict? Or how is it not? There are other ways to handle it, but I get the impression you're not likely to take my advice. And you'll be right. Besides, you'd give up free publicity? If it helped. Your order arrives. You haven't had breakfast, you're running low on groceries, and payday's a few days away. Normal people problems. So you're on a sandwich like halfling at second breakfast. Your words fight with your food. Okay. I'm gonna try and get past the fact she's talking while eating, but okay. I'm gonna skip that part. I'm still not convinced this is a good idea. So let me help resolve your other concerns. This is an excellent chicken po' boy. Oh god. We have to Google that when we're done. Chicken po' boy. Yeah, their sandwiches are amazing, but I don't know. I don't think you can fix our problems. Try me. I honestly don't think we're compatible. How compatible would we be for one night? That's not what I meant to say. Incompatibility isn't what concerns me at all. It's the scorching sexual tension that crackles through the air whenever we're near each other. Or at least that's how it is for me. His poker face gives nothing away, and I don't know what he's feeling. Mr. Rake, it's very important to me that you recognize I am in control of this whole situation. It's my auction, and it's my drive, and my desire to end an archaic value system that's oppressed women. You make it sound noble and revolutionary, and here I thought you were just doing it for the money. You sit back stunned. The manifesto hasn't fooled him in the least. You feign a disinterested shrug. I wouldn't lie. Or won't lie. I could use the money. I want to go to med school, and I don't want a mountain of debt. You forgot the fact that you're paying your mom's medical bills, but we'll skip that. Some women waitress at topless bars to put themselves through college. Some strip. Some are vloggers. I want to use one night of my life to change its entire course. It sounds really, really poetic when I say it like that, and he doesn't need to know about anything else. Not my mother's hospital bills or cancer treatments, the threat to the mortgage on the ranch, or how I vomit when I think about any of those, or the panic that laces every thought around money. Let him think that this is for me. I've never claimed to be a selfless saint. But ultimately, no matter who it is you choose to submit to, you'll cede control to them. You can't control the entire situation for the whole night. Sex doesn't work like that. It's not about control then, it's about me having control now. And my coming here to change your mind, you see that as a threat to your control? Maybe. It depends on what you'll do if you can't convince me. He hesitates, and then he sets that handsome jaw, and offers you his response. Then we'll step aside. You watch him over the empty plates, or at least his. You're saving half your sandwich for later. That way I get lunch and dinner. Win-win, but he's staring at it. He's concerned? You didn't eat much. I take it you didn't like your sandwich? What? No, it was great. I'm full. You back into a busboy for a box. Mia, eat the rest of your sandwich. You don't have to pretend I know you're hungry. You must have seen me looking at it earlier. Heath usually picks up on it too. Before you can object, Adam grabs the takeout box from the busboy. Can we get a sriracha tuna melt and another chicken po' boy to go, please? She's decided to finish this one. The busboy takes the $100 bill Adam hands out and heads for the kitchen. Jesus Christ. You're slack-jawed. Did he seriously just do that? Now will you finish that sandwich? It doesn't take much more convincing, and you mumble between bites. You... I think that's thank you in eating. You finish lunch, and Drake walks you back to your place. Sandwiches in tow. You walk in silence. Well, almost silence. You crunch a peppermint candy between your teeth. Do you always chew your hard candies like that? I don't suck, remember? He's still for a moment, then to your absolute surprise, he laughs. How could I forget? He comes inside to lay the sandwiches on the kitchen counter, and then you watch him head for the door. Before he opens it, he turns back. You're in close quarters, given the narrow entryway. My heart's hammering in my throat again. Mia, please reconsider. Don't eliminate the possibility just because of some easily dispensed fears. Is that it? You think I'm afraid? I think there are things you don't understand. Like this effect we have on each other. Your throat tightens. So he's feeling it too. Your heart rate kicks up a few notches. I'm aware of it. So, but do you understand it? I think I'm capable of understanding sexual attraction, Mr. Drake. Adam. His eyes lower and focus on your mouth. Your heart skips a beat. Adam. Why does it make you uncomfortable calling me by my first name? You lock eyes with him suddenly, acutely aware of how close you're standing to him. And smell him. He has a subtle, clean, masculine scent like the ocean and peppermint candy. I don't know. I want to give you one more thing to think about. And that is? He leans in, his head approaches yours. You don't have time or willpower to step back. His mouth meets yours in a firm, sure kiss. What surprises you most is that it isn't overpowering. It's subtle. Give and take. Gentle at first, a warm pressure of his lips on yours. He takes a step closer and slides a hand around your waist, the other going to your back. He retreats, just slightly, just enough to allow you to pursue him. If only we were on our main account. Back away. You try to step away from him, but it's all too sudden. Your heart thrums in your chest, begging you to stay. It's if you need to get closer to him, like a magnet. He kisses you again, and from there forward, it's hopeless. I need to be with him in this moment. You kiss for so long, it feels like you haven't breathed in a lifetime. Everything is spinning. You're spinning too, and you feel delirious with want. You're drowning in a stormy sea. He is that sea, and he's pulling you adrift. The kiss finally ends. He pulls you away so slowly you couldn't tell your lips parted until you felt a breeze. Only then do you see how affected he is, cheeks flushed, breath coming fast, your eyes dark and drunk with desire. You lick your lips and take a step back, but don't remove your gaze from his. He stares for a long moment and then fishes his sunglasses from his pocket. That was something else to consider. I hope you make the right decision. Without even waiting for you to say goodbye, he's gone. You fall back against the wall, aware of your aching, awakened senses. Every time you think about his smell or the feel of his mouth on yours, a new shard of arousal cuts you deep. You were going to run the 5K, but end up running 10K before the sexual energy finally burns off. This man has fired me up. Why? Because of his gorgeous face, his masculine body? Maybe it's his confidence. He's mature beyond his years and so much more experienced than the boys I'm used to. Keyword boys! You wonder if life has changed him so much since his college days, or if he'd always been that way. These questions slip in and out of your mind for the rest of the day and through the night. You've done a complete 180. Only days before, you wanted nothing to do with Adam Drake, and now you can't stop thinking about him. I want to call him up and have him come over to give me another goodnight kiss. You separate your week into the before the kiss and after the kiss. 3 days, ATK, you call Heath and tell him to throw away the other guy's contact info. You want Adam. Sure, it's hard to reconcile the two Adams I've encountered. On one hand, there's the alpha asshat, the Cro-Magon, in the hotel conference room. And on the other, there's Mr. Perceptive, who bought me lunch and dinner and gave me the kiss. I've waited a few days between telling Heath and emailing Adam, so I don't seem as eager as I am. After all, this is business, but every time I relive the heat and passion of that kiss in my memory, I need to remind myself that it's just business, just business. Nothing meaningful will come out of this. I've designed it that way. One night of anonymous abandon from which I emerge a new woman. Or just the same old one with no V-card and a lot more zeros in my bank account. This man is stirring up a lot of emotions I thought I'd never feel again. It could be dangerous. Like staring into the sun or playing with fire. Mr. Drake, I've decided to go through with the agreement as it stands. Please proceed with the arrangements as outlined by Mr. Bowman. He's available if you need any clarification. You'll need to set a date at minimum 2 weeks from now, but no more than 3 months away. We can discuss your preference for location, but it must be from the list I provided. Regards, Mia Strong. Your heart thumbs in your chest as you press send. It's happening. It's actually happening. You sit and stare numbly at the screen for 20 minutes, paging through your regular blogs. Your eyes are drawn back to your inbox. It's driving me crazy that he hasn't responded. Maybe he doesn't want to seem desperate like you didn't want to seem desperate. I wonder if he changed his mind. Afraid of that, actually. Or maybe I'm just dying to see what he says next. Maybe he's in a meeting. Or maybe he's screaming through the atmosphere with a pretty hostess in his lap and a martini. You shake your head. He's not a CEO. Or he's a CEO. Not some young American James Bond. You decide to kill some time while you're waiting. Let me guess, Dragon Epoch? Figuring we need to pass those MCATs. You crack open the books and get a head start on the next chapter. After 2 hours, your brain is toast. You're in a much better position going forward. He still hasn't responded, though. Maybe he's changed his mind and thinks this is all just too much trouble. He's young, rich, gorgeous, has an amazing set of abs. You perceive that through his shirt? Aren't there women beating a path to his door? Why would he bid so much on a woman he's never met, without even seeing her face or for a single night? Why does he care? Why would it mean so much to him to remove the virginity of a stranger? You distract yourself for a bit by making dinner and watching old Friends reruns. You made your first mistake there with Friends reruns. You doze off around 10, falling asleep on top of your copy of Grey's Anatomy. The computer ping wakes you, and you leap out of bed and open the email. Miss Strong, maybe May the 18th. The Intercontinental Amsterdam? 1500 local time. Reservation under my name. Backlight. Bowman will make the flight arrangements per my instructions. See you in 2 weeks, Drake. You can feel your heart beat in every inch of your body. Sweat is beating on your forehead. It's called a heart attack. Amsterdam was on the list, and I've always wanted to go. Even if for just one night. Was Japan on the list too? Because, Jesus. Maybe I could do some sightseeing. I've always dreamed of seeing Europe. Holland's an excellent start. Open a new window and Google the hotel. The pictures are outrageously swanky. It's a 5-star hotel that looks like a palace. Rooms are over €1,000 a night. Can I please go? I'll be losing my V card in the lap of luxury. And yet, there's a simmering irritation in your chest. He did all this without consulting me. He took control again. He promised that I was in charge. It was so easy for him to arrange. He didn't even consider he was taking anything away from me. With a huff and a you literally wrote to him and said it's all up to him and just go within the range. You... Woman! It's called compromise! God damn it, son of... You shut down the computer and head back to bed. Despite being exhausted with your early shift in the few hours, you can't sleep. Should I be annoyed or not? Are there ulterior motives, or is this second nature to him? Your mind returns over and over to the feeling you got when he watched you with that intense stare. There isn't a patch of skin on your body that isn't prickling with heat. And that kiss, you can remember every single physical sensation that went with it. Sex with him be like that, but more? Mouth felt so good, I can't help but wonder what his lips, his tongue would feel like on my body. I explore these sensations! We know what that leads to. I'm not an idiot, go to Google. Lie awake thinking about Adam Drake. You try to imagine the actual deed, but you've never felt the touch of a man that way. Will his fingers feel like flames spread across my body, like wildfire? Or will his touch be like a ripple that builds into a crashing wave? Your mind won't settle on one outcome, and eventually you fall asleep, feel sleep calling you. I guess we'll go with that. You finally fall asleep at 2 a.m. after becoming aware of an unease at the edge of your consciousness. You're the captain of your ship, but every ship answers to the sea, and there's a storm on the horizon. Which one he is remains to be unseen or seen, and that fills you with an uncertain dread. A few days later, Heath comes over with the details of the trip with you. I gotta say, at least they make these chapters significantly long. Oh, British Airways, first class, fancy AF. There's a layover in Heathrow, and then on to Amsterdam. And then to the Intercontinental Amsterdam. I'm so jealous right now, you don't even know. Take me with you, please. I mean, maybe he's, hetero-flexible? Nah, not a chance, Heath. Come on, I'll share. No. This is the furthest I've ever been since our DC trip. They always make, like, your BFF, the male counterpart, always bi. I'm serious, they always make him bi or gay. It's interesting. You're kidding me, right? Come on, Mia. That was in 8th grade, literally a decade ago. You've never been out of the country, and you're now flying out first class to a 5-star hotel in Amsterdam? Crazy. Anyway, Adam sent me a signed PDF of the contract, which I printed for you to sign. Not that it's legally enforceable, since it's totally illegal in the US, and either one of you could come back. Or back out. He doesn't pay anything until you put out, and you don't pay anything unless you see it's there. It's a weird situation, but I trust him. He's not a bad guy for a guy who'd pay $750,000 to deflower somebody. Thanks again for getting your friend Joe to help with us. There's a reason law school never interested me. Yeah, well, he made sure we emphasized your specific stipulation about no contact afterwards. Essentially, it's a restraining order, but we won't have to go that far unless one of you loses it. A weird twinge squeezes your heart. You hadn't considered that one of you might get obsessed, like she's already started to be. After the kiss, I realized there's a strong possibility it could be me. Yeah.
Don't think twice and
Yeah.
start earning money now.
Like, yeah. That's one of the reasons why they're like, don't throw away your virginity. Because virginity is something where it's a huge emotional commitment for both people, both for the male and the female. At least it typically should be for the male. It can get awkward sometimes after virginity and things like that. From what I hear, again, I have no clue, but you know, that's one of the reasons why I hang on to mine, because it's quite an emotional commitment. Um, you don't want to just give it away to anybody. If that's the case, hey, hold on, there's a strip club by where I live. God, wait, never mind. I don't have any money. With that being said, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think both her and him are a bit derp. The fact that she's like, "How dare he take control from me?" Honey, you literally told him go within the list of places to go, and it's up to him to pick. Like, you made the list. You could have literally said, "Okay, go ahead and pick," and he could have picked like, God, what's a really rundown hotel? God, I don't know, because I don't stay in any. Oh God, I don't know. Anyway, um, like, he could have picked a rundown, roaches infested place, but he picked a 5-star, really nice place that you put on a list. So you went halfway. You gave him the list and things like that. So it isn't he's taking control. She needs to get off that high horse. It's the fact of the matter of he's already, you gave him the list. He picked one of the places on the list and then told you it. You could have always contacted him back and been like, well, you know what, I want to remove Amsterdam off the list and I want to pick now. Which then you're picking 100% of where you're going, where you're doing it, the whole 9 yards. So you're taking full control of that. I don't see her. I don't see the problem. It's 50-50 right now. Um, with that being said, like I said, I hope y'all did enjoy. I will catch you all later, because I believe I already did my outro, but if not, oh well. Peace out.